Attention, Raider Nation! The NFL market is heating up, and the Raiders are in the eye of the storm. In a move that took everyone by surprise, the Raiders acted quickly and brought former Philadelphia Eagles safety Tristan McCollum to Las Vegas shortly after he was released. McCollum, who was the fourth safety on Philadelphia's defense last season, played important roles during the season, playing 250 defensive snaps and 227 special teams snaps. However, despite his reasonable performance, the Eagles made the difficult decision to release him. But what led to this? Philadelphia, which already has a solid safety roster, chose to cut McCollum while promoting new names like Willie Lampkin and veteran Charlie Hewlett. As a result, McCollum found himself without room on a team that already has a well-structured defense. McCollum's situation with the Eagles was not simple. He was chasing big names like Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, and Andrew Makuba, who occupied the key safety spots. Here's where things get interesting. At the same time the Eagles were parting ways with McCollum, the Las Vegas Raiders took advantage of their position in the draft order, which mirrors the 2025 NFL draft order, to recruit McCollum and add his experience to the Raiders' defense. But what motivated the Raiders to invest in a player who was released for such a structured period as the Philadelphia Eagles? Did recent changes in the team's management play a role? Here's the interesting detail. Raiders general manager John Spytek and other key executives who recently joined the Philadelphia Eagles, such as Brandon Hunt and Andrew Patch, likely influenced this decision. These professionals, with in-depth knowledge of the player and how he would fit in Las Vegas, may have seen McCollum as a key piece for the Raiders' defense, and this move could be the start of something big for the time. Now, a burning question. Will McCollum be a key player for the Raiders season, or will he simply be a rotational option to rest the starters? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. With this signing, the Raiders are strengthening their defense and looking for smart alternatives to improve this season. In short, Las Vegas took advantage of the situation and made the right move to strengthen their defense, bringing in an experienced player who could become crucial to the team. But will McCollum adapt to the new reality in Las Vegas? And how will he stand out in such a competitive group of safeties? Stay tuned, because the Raiders aren't just signing players, they're building an unbeatable defense. The Raiders continue to impress with their strategic moves. Each new name that arrives brings new possibilities and opportunities for a team to continue its quest for big wins. McCollum is just one of the names promising to shake up the Raiders' defense this season, but will he be able to make a difference? The defense has gained attention with the arrival of McCollum. The board also made changes on the other side of the ball, reinforcing the aggressive line. With each new signing, the Las Vegas Raiders continue to show they're more than ready for the new season. And if you thought the changes were already good enough, today's surprise is a name many fans were waiting for. Stone Forsythe, former starting tackle for the Seattle Seahawks, was signed by the Raiders after being cut by the New York Giants. But how could this move affect the team's future? Let's understand the details of this transfer. Forsythe, who was drafted by the Seahawks in 2021, has the experience the Raiders were looking for. Over his 4 seasons in Seattle, Forsythe played in 53 games, starting 14 of them, with a highlight being the 2023 season, when he reached a personal best 8 starts. With strong performances on the offensive line, Forsythe established himself as a solid option for the Seahawks, but it wasn't enough to keep him with the New York Giants, who decided to cut him. Now in Las Vegas, the 26-year-old has another chance to redeem himself and play under Pete Carroll again. And most intriguingly, this signing isn't just about adding another player to the roster, but also about strengthening quarterback protection and making the Raiders' offensive line even more robust for the season. With Forsythe now integrated into the team, the Raiders have an experienced player on their hands, with the know-how to protect the quarterback in a very high-level league. This not only strengthens the offensive line's depth, but also provides the opportunity to better protect the starting QB and improve the offensive performance. And it doesn't stop there. The Raiders also took the opportunity to bolster another crucial position, linebacker, with the addition of Brennan Jackson. With these two strategic moves, Las Vegas shows that it's not just looking to strengthen its momentum, but also preparing to be unbeatable. But as always, the team's management had to make some choices, and offensive tackle Thayer Munford Jr. was released, along with quarterback Aiden O'Connell, who was placed on injured reserve. This paves the way for new opportunities for newcomers like Forsythe. Now, the big question is, will Forsythe be the missing key piece for the Raiders' offensive line? Does he bring stability and experience to protect the team's quarterback? Or are the expectations too high for a player recently cut? The coming weeks will reveal much about Forsythe's impact in Las Vegas. But one thing is certain, the Raiders are becoming an increasingly competitive team. With all these changes, the future of the Raiders' offensive line looks stronger than ever. Will they finally find the consistency needed to protect the QB and improve their offensive play? The answer to this question depends directly on Forsythe's movements and how time will adapt to these new additions. With Stone Forsythe's reinforcement and Brennan Jackson's arrival, the Raiders are clearly taking a step forward in the preseason. The team is banking on an even more solid offensive line and a stronger defense. offense. And if Forsythe arrives to protect the quarterback, the passing attack could also get some new additions, and from a longtime fan favorite. News that has excited Raiders fans has just arrived! Hunter Renfrow, the wide receiver who became a symbol of decisive moments and won the hearts of everyone in Las Vegas, is now at the mercy of new opportunities after being released by the Carolina Panthers. But the big surprise is that he's not out of options. The Raiders are eyeing his return. So fans, is it time to bring Renfrow back? Renfrow, who excelled at Clemson, had a meteoric rise in the NFL, being drafted by the Raiders in 2019 and becoming a true hero. In the 2021 season, he had a Pro Bowl season with 103 receptions, 1,038 yards, and 9 touchdowns. However, what seemed like a brilliant career took a hit after injuries and a particularly slowdown in production in the 2022 and 2023 seasons. Despite this setback, the Raiders decided to release him before the 2024 season, which surprised many fans. Now, with Renfrow's release by the Panthers, a big question arises. Should the Las Vegas Raiders bet on the return of the former fan favorite? The answer may be closer than you think. The wide receiver room in Las Vegas is packed with talent, with big names like Amari Cooper and Jacoby Myers standing out, and promising prospects Jack Beck and Dante Thornton Jr. also emerging. But there's a spot for Renfrow, who has already proven on several occasions that he can be decisive in crucial moments. Even without being a clear starter, Renfrow could be the 6th wide receiver, bringing rare experience and the ability to shine when needed most. In pressure situations, his winning mentality and magical moments can be key to the Raiders' success at crucial moments throughout the season. And above all, the impact he can have on the locker room and the morale of the torturers cannot be underestimated. But it goes beyond what he can do on the field. Renfrow is a beloved name, someone fans remember fondly for his career and his great achievements in historic moments, such as his performance at Clemson and the many times he was the hero of the Raiders' offense. Won't fans be thrilled to see Renfrow back, once again representing the soul of the season? And what's more, we can't forget that, with the Raiders' recent roster moves, such as the signing of Forsythe and the addition of other key players, Renfrow could be a missing piece to make the season even more competitive. His experience could be crucial in adding depth to the season, while quarterback Jarrett Stidham continues his development under pressure. Renfrow, along with Cooper and Myers, could form a lethal trio of wide receivers. Now, a more important question: should the Raiders bring Renfrow back? This is a choice that has the power to change the team's destiny, both because of the impact he can have on the field and because of the energy and excitement he brings to everyone around him. If consistency and decisive moments are necessary for the season, Renfrow could be exactly what Las Vegas needs. As the Las Vegas Raiders prepare for another season, there's no shortage of options and strategic moves. The signing of players like Forsythe and Jackson strengthens the defense and offensive line, but the return of Hunter Renfrow could be the key to completing the season and delivering the results everyone expects. Keep an eye on the moves, as 2025 promises to be a year of surprises for Las Vegas, and Renfrow could be one of those big surprises. With the Raiders' recent moves, including the arrival of Tristan McCollum, Stone Forsythe, and the potential return of Hunter Renfrow, do you believe Las Vegas is building a stronger team for next season? Which of these additions do you think could make a big difference for the Raiders' future? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Raiders news.